Hi everyone, welcome to SriSai online training. So today in this session of Core Java, we are going to discuss the following topics: Java programming errors, Java versions and its introduced features from time to time. So first of all, let us have a small revision what we discussed in the last session. So in the last session, we discussed 4 ways of Java programming. In the first case, program name and class name are same. Okay, right? So generally class name means main class name. This is case 1. So second case, program name and main class name are not same. Okay, right? And third case, program name and main class name are same with multiple classes. We can have multiple classes in a single Java program, right? And then finally, fourth case, program name and multiple class names are not same. Okay, right? So these are the 4 different cases of working with Java programming. In all the cases, okay, so for compiling we have to use the command javac followed by program name .java, and then for running, okay, so for running we have to use the command java followed by class name, and that too main class name. Okay, so whatever is the situation in different cases, for compiling using program name, and for running use main class name to get the output. And then we have seen what is the basic flow of execution of a Java program. So we write Java program with .java as extension, and then we compile the program. So when we compile the program, if the program does not have any errors, .class files are generated depending upon number of classes in a Java program. Technically this is called as bytecode, and this bytecode we have to run. So when we run this, we'll get the output of the program. Okay, so basically compiling of Java program is done by Java compiler. Okay, so running of the Java program is done by JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So internally running happens in 2 phases: interpreting, which is done by Java interpreter. Okay, so Java interpreter. Okay, it is a small piece of software. And then running or executing is done with execution engine. Okay, so these are the 2 set of cases which happens when we run the program internally, and bytecode is understood only by JVM, right? And we have performed numeric arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulo. So division will get the quotient, and then modulo will get the remainder. So how to work with Boolean values? So Java supports 2 Boolean values directly: true, false. So internally, true means 1 and false means 0. Okay, so this is what is all about. Small revision to the last session. So now let us start with today's session topic: errors in Java programming. So what is error? Error is nothing but mistake, which occurs during compilation time or running time execution of a program. So basically, errors in Java are divided into 4 types. Not only in Java, in any programming language, it will be 4 types. First one, syntactical errors. Second one, semantic errors. Third one, lexical errors. Fourth one, runtime errors or execution time errors. And optionally, fifth one, we have linkage errors. But the standard 4 errors are syntactical, semantic, lexical, and runtime. Right. So now let us understand what are syntactical errors. So these errors occur during compilation time. Okay, so compilation time means when we compile the program. Okay, so they occur if program has any mistakes related to syntaxes. Okay, so related to syntax. So syntax means rules for writing Java program. For example, in Java program, semicolon. So semicolon means delimiter. So if semicolon is missing, we'll get the syntax error. Or if any curly braces is missing, open curly brace or close curly brace, then we'll get the syntax error. Okay. Next, the second type of errors is semantic errors. So semantic means meaning. Once again, I'm repeating, semantic means meaning. So they are meaning related errors. So they occur if we try to change any predefined meaning in writing the Java program. Okay, so if any predefined meaning is changed in writing the Java program, then we'll get the semantic errors. For example, int x is equals to 10. Okay. Int x is equals to 20. Okay, no syntax error. But we cannot have two variables with same name in Java program. This is a semantic error. So syntax is correct, meaning is wrong. Okay. So syntax is okay, but meaning means semantic. Semantic is not okay. So these are called as semantic errors. Similarly, int break. So break is a predefined keyword. We cannot use break as variable name. Okay, right? So now basically syntactical errors and semantic errors, they occur during compilation time when we compile the program. And if our program does not have any syntax errors or semantic errors, then we get the dot class file, which is generally known as bytecode. Right? So let us try to demonstrate this with a small program. So Java errors example 1. So take a new page. Okay. So take a class. We'll define Java errors example 1. Okay. And then we'll take this as main class. So public static void main string of args. Right. So save this program in your working directory g:/SSOT Java core programs and save it as Java errors example1.java. Right. So now let us try to take something like int a is equals to 10, int b is equals to 20. So system.out.println a plus b. So we'll put a semicolon here. Okay, so save this. Okay, remove the semicolon, save it. Now come to the command prompt where you have saved the program. Go to the working directory. So Java C, Java errors example 1. So our program has syntax error, semicolon. Delimiter is expected at the end of line 9. Okay, so I'll put comment for this. Right, so put semicolon now. Whenever we put comment, it is not compiled in the program. Now we have semicolon after a plus b. So save it, recompile, no syntax error, and run it. Answer is 30. So similarly, I'll take int x is equals to 100, int y is equals to 200. Now here I will take x plus y. So save this, recompile, and run. So the answer is 300. So by mistake, instead of taking y, I'll take it as x. Okay, so save it and then recompile. Now we'll get two errors. So x is already defined in a main method and cannot find symbol y. So variable y is not defined. So both are semantic errors. Okay, so syntax is correct, but okay, meaning is changing. So int y is equals to 200, recompile, no error, and run. Answer is 300. Okay, so syntax means if we break the rules for writing a Java program. Semantic means if we try to change the predefined meanings, predefined synonyms of writing a Java program. So this is how we are supposed to identify and work with syntactical errors and semantic errors in a Java program. So now let us discuss the third type of errors in Java program, lexical errors. So lexical means hidden. Okay, so these are hidden errors. These errors occur mainly after execution time when we check the output of the program. So our output of the program will be wrong. For example, let us say a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20, c is equals to 5, d is equals to 45. Now I want to calculate ratio. How? A plus b by c plus d. So let us try to do this. 10 plus 20 by 5 plus 45. Now according to the BODMAS rule, division is executed first. So 20 by 5, 4. After that 10 plus 4, 14, and then 14 plus 45, 59. Means program will execute but will get the wrong output. So program executes with wrong output. Means after execution of the program, when we check the output, it will be wrong. Why? Because we have a wrong logic. Okay, so this is a wrong logic. So what is the correct logic here? The correct logic goes like this here. A plus b in brackets divided by c plus d in brackets. Okay, so this is correct logic of finding the ratio. Okay, right now. So now 10 plus 20 circle brackets divided by 5 plus 45. So 10 plus 20 brackets are executed first, 30. 5 plus 45 brackets are executed first, 50. So 3 is to 5, which is 0.6. Correct output. Okay, so due to improper logics used in a Java program. We got the improper or incorrect. Okay, then we'll get the if you use correct logic, we'll get the correct output. Okay, so basically lexical errors occur due to improper usage of mathematical logics. Improper usage of mathematical logics, hence they are also called as logical errors. Okay, they are also called as logical errors. So let us try to demonstrate this with a small program. Java errors example2.java. So we'll take a new page, program to demo, lexical errors or logical errors in Java program. So first write comments at the beginning of the program. So take the main class, Java errors example 2. Okay, and then we'll also take the main method, public static void main string of args. Okay, right, so let us save this program in our working directory .java as extension. Right, so we'll take the same example here, what we have discussed. We'll take 4 variables and try to calculate the ratio with the wrong logic as well as correct logic. So first we'll take this as integer a, integer b, integer c, integer t. So let us calculate the ratio a plus b divided by c plus d. So this is a wrong logic. Okay, so we'll take this as float ratio. Okay, so ratio is equals to a plus b divided by c plus d without proper circle parenthesis. Okay, and then we'll say here system dot out dot println. Okay, print ratio. Right, so save this program in your working directory, come to the command prompt and compile Java errors example 2. Right, so no error, no compilation error, but after execution time, when we check the output, we'll get the wrong output, which is 59, because we don't have proper circle parenthesis. We got it as 59, but we should get it as 0.6, 3:5. Okay, right, so now we'll take the correct logic here. So the correct logic goes like this. Okay, a plus b in circle brackets divided by c plus d in circle brackets. What we'll do is here we'll apply float of a plus b so that it will perform division and give the quotient till the remainder is 0. Okay, 0.666. Otherwise we'll get the quotient as 0. Right, so save this, recompile, no error, run. Now the answer is 0.6. Okay, so here int float. So these are primitive data types in Java to store integers and floating values. And here we are, this is called as type conversion, converting integer value into float value. So once again we'll discuss this. We have a separate chapter for that. Okay, data types and type conversion. So the note point goes like this: int float are primitive data types in Java. Okay, so int stores integer values. Okay, and then float stores real values. Okay, and then we have done here float of a plus b. It is called type conversion. Okay, so converting int to float. So a plus b is int. Integer is converted to float. So that we'll get a proper quotient till remainder is 0. So this is how we are supposed to work with lexical errors or logical errors in Java program. Right. So technically, these errors are development time errors. So these are removed by developers only. Okay, so these are removed by developers only because they are checked and given during development time. So now let us discuss the fourth type of errors in Java program, runtime errors. So runtime means during execution time. So basically runtime errors, they occur during execution time when we give improper input to our values in program. For example, let us take this. I have three variables int a comma b comma c. So enter a b values. So a is equals to 10, b is equals to 5. So I will calculate c is equals to a by b. So 10 by 5, 2 will get the output. Okay. Now case 2, you are running the program for the second time. A, B. So A is equals to 10. By mistake, you will give B is equals to 0. Okay. So by mistake, I am giving B is equals to 0. So C, A by B. So 10 by 0. So 10 by 0 is not defined in Java programming language. You will get a exception. Okay. So technically, runtime errors are called as exception, and when exception occurs, abnormal termination of program happens. Okay, so abnormal termination of the program happens. Program stops execute at that particular line. Remaining lines of program is not executed. So 10 by 5, 2, it is okay. 10 by 0, it is not okay. You will get exception, which is abnormal termination of the program. So let us try to demonstrate this with a small program. Okay. So program to demo runtime errors or exceptions in Java. So take a new page. First write comments at the beginning of the program. Right. So let us take the main class with main method. Okay. So let us take the class Java errors example 3, public static void main string of args. Right. So now let us save this program in our working directory Java errors example 3.java. Right, I'll take int a comma b comma c. So first let us start with case 1. A is equals to 10, b is equals to 5. So system dot out dot println. Okay, we'll take c is equals to a by b and print c. Okay, so save this, come to the command prompt and then compile the program Java errors example 3.java. Okay, right? So we don't have any compilation error because it is not a syntactical error or semantic error. So let us run this Java errors example 3. So 10 by 5. Answer is 2. Okay, now let us take the case 2. Okay, so case 2, 10 by mistake I'll give it as 0. So 10 by 0 will get the problem here. So we'll get the exception. So when we get the exception, remaining statements are not executed and it leads to abnormal termination of the program. So remaining statements means printing C value, printing end of the program is not executed. Okay, so let us check for the exception. So save this program, come to the command prompt, recompile, no error, run. You will get the runtime error. So what is a runtime error? So 10 by 5 to okay. So 10 by 0, exception in thread main. Main means main method. Okay. What is the name of the exception? Arithmetic exception. What is a message? Division by 0, not okay. Where? Main method. Okay. Which line? Line 18. Which program? Java errors, example3.java. Okay. So we got it in line 18. So this is line 18. So remaining statements are not executed. So abnormal termination of the program. Okay. So note point goes like this. So to handle exceptions in Java program, we perform exception handling mechanism. So what is this exception handling mechanism? For this we have a separate chapter only. Okay, try, catch, throw, throws, finally. Okay, so this is how we get 4 types of exceptions in Java programming. So now let us try to understand the 5th type of error, linkage errors. So basically linkage errors, they come under runtime error. Okay, so these errors occur when there is linking problem between machine code and JVM or operating system library files. Okay, right? For example, OS version mismatch with JVM or Java version for executing Java programs. In that situation, we'll get the linkage errors. So technically these are software related errors. Okay, so software related errors. So let us put this in the form of a small diagram. So basically we'll take .java as file extension and then we compile the program. Okay, when we compile the program, we'll get the bytecode dot class file. Okay, and this dot class file, when we run, okay, when we run this, we'll get the output of the program, right? So here compiling. So during compilation, we may get syntax errors, semantic errors. Okay, and then during running, you will get the fine runtime errors or linkage errors due to operating system files or JVM related files corrupted or missing. Okay, and output of the program. So when you get the wrong output, it is lexical errors. Okay, so these are the 5 types of errors which happens in the compilation and execution or running process of the Java program. So now let us understand one small theoretical topic, Java versions and features. So basically, okay, Java. So Java was introduced in the year 1995 at Sun Microsystems, USA. So we got the first commercial version of Java 1.0 SDK, Standard Development Kit, January 23rd, okay, 1996, and it supports the features of object-oriented programming, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. So its code name was Oak, internal code name. Next, Java version 1.1, February 19, 1997. So it had introduced the features like Java database connectivity, inner classes, Java beans, remote method of invocations, and reflections. And then J2SE version 1.2, internal code name Playground, released on December 8, 1998. Okay, so here we got collections framework, Java string memory mapping for constants, okay, just-in-time compiler, okay, uh, fine. So this is how anyhow not required. Java signer signing for jar files. Java Foundation Classes, JFC, so which contains swings 1.0, drag and drop options, Java, two-dimensional, rectangle, square, all these things, GUI classes. So introduction for Java plugins in browsers. So in JDBC we got scrollable result sets, blob, clob, batch updates, user-defined types in JDBC. And then it also supported for audio in applets, which is used for GUI programming. And next, in Java version 1.3, the code name was Crystal. It was released on May 8, 2000. So here some new features are Java sound, jar indexing, Java archive file indexing, JNDI, Java naming domain interface, and then we got huge list of enhancements, almost all in all the Java topics. Next, coming to the version 4, 1.4, its code name was Merlin. It was released in February 6th, 2002. So here we got XML processing, printing services, logging API, web start, JDBC 3.0, assertions, preferences API, chained exceptions, support for Internet Protocol version 6, regular expressions, and image input output API. So how to work with images. Next. So Java version 5, code name was Tiger. It was released in September 30, 2004. So here we got generics, enhanced for loop, auto boxing, auto unboxing, type safe enums, var args, static imported, metadata annotations, and then instrumentation and covariant return type. Next, coming to the 7th version, Java 6, it was known as Mustang, name of a horse, December 11, 2006. So here we got scripting languages support like JavaScript, VBScript, JDBC 4, Java API, compiler API was improved, pluggable annotations, and integrated web services. And then 8th version, Java 7, codename is Dolphin. It was introduced in July 28, 2011. So its new features are strings within switch statement, multiple exception handling with a single catch block, try with resources, NIO package, binary literals, underscore in numeric literals, diamond operator, and automatic null handling. Okay, null pointer exceptions. So next, Java 9th version, Java 8. Okay, so March 18, 2014. So the codename culture is dropped here. Its new features are lambda expressions, pipeline and stream collection types. So new date and time API, java.time package, default method, method references and functional interfaces, java.util.function, optional class, type annotation, and parallel operations. Okay, right. And then 10th version was released in, okay, Java 9, 10th version. So September 2017. Okay, right. So this is 2014. Yeah, 2017. Yeah, right. So the new versions are JShell. Okay, so JShell REPL. Okay, so here it will accept the input from the user, process the input from the user, and display the output directly in the command prompt. JShell. And we got some factory methods for immutable list like set, list, map, map entry. So private methods were introduced in interfaces. Module system was introduced in Java 9. Process API improvements, try with resources improvements. So completable future API improvements, reactive streams, diamond operator with anonymous classes, optional class improvements, stream API, enhanced @deprecated annotations, HTTP 2 clients, okay, and then multi-resolution API images, so safe var arc annotation improvements. And then coming to the Java 10 version, March 2018. So here we got local variable type inference, so JIT compiler integration with Linux platforms, application class data sharing using archives, zip files. So time-based release versioning, every 6 months we'll get the Java release. So 6 months we'll get the Java release. And then so parallel garbage collection, okay, and garbage collector interface was introduced. And coming to the Java 11, May 2018, okay, right. So May 2018, and then actually it was released in May 2018, but we got it in September 2018. It was introduced in May but released in September. So here we got HTTP client API, so we can compile, without compiling the program we can directly run the program. So we got changes in strings, collections.to array method was introduced in collection interface. So in files we got read string and write string methods, and optional we got isEmpty method. So these are static methods. And coming to Java 12, March 2019. So here we got collectors.teeing method, string API changes, files class with mismatch method, compact number formatting, support for Unicode, universal character code version 11, and switch with expressions. So Java 13, September 2019, we got text blocks, switch expression enhancements, so re-implementation of socket API, so file system class with new file system method, DOM, SAX factories with namespaces support. So DOM, document object model, SAX is used for XML. Next, Java 14, May 17, 2020. So here we got pattern matching for instance of, it is a preview. And then text blocks, we got the second preview. Preview means it is like a beta version. So helpful null pointer exception records, it is also a preview, new feature. Switch expression standard. So previously switch expression was a preview, now here it is made as standard. And then packaging tools for incubator, which is used for packages. And finally, Java 15, September 15, 2020, right? So we got sealed classes. It is also a preview. Hidden classes. So here JavaScript Nashorn engine is removed from 15th version. So we cannot run JavaScript programs in Java. So re-implementation of datagram socket. Okay. Pattern matching for instance of, again, this is a second preview. And text blocks, it was introduced as a standard. Okay. And then finally records, second preview. So these are the 16 versions of Java from 1995 till date. Okay. Java 1.0 to Java 15. Right. So that is what is all about today's session in core Java. Java programming errors, 4 types of errors basically, and then Java versions and features. Right. Thank you for watching and listening to this session. Have a nice day.